Hi, today we're going to start talking about the different land that the United States acquired as history went on. So, yesterday we talked about manifest destiny, and we're going to read a little bit more about it today. But basically, that is the theory that it is their God given right to, or their destiny or their fate to settle across North America, to keep adding more land. And today we're going to talk about where it all started. We know that there was a Revolutionary War against the colonies and the British, and that the colonies won, so they were able to declare America's independence from Great Britain and become America. So in 1783, where we start today, basically we have an area of the United States where the colonies go all the way to the Mississippi River, is the amount of area that the United States officially is as of our lesson today in 1783. An important vocabulary word I'm going to be using a lot during this unit is the word acquire. If you're not familiar with that word, the word acquire means to get. So I'll ask, how did the United States acquire this land? And when I say that, how did they get this land? Sometimes they fought for land. Sometimes they took land. Sometimes they bought land. So there's going to be different ways that the United States goes about acquiring the different land as we move further west. All right, we're also going to learn the word annex today. Annex means to add land. So when we talk about annex, that's what we'll be talking about. In the reading today, we're going to be finding out why America wants to keep adding land. So I want you to be looking for that as I'm reading to you. All right, so here we go. It says, when the American Revolution ended in 1783, the original 13 colonies along the Atlantic coast became the United States. The new nation also annexed or added most of the land that stretched from the colonies to the Mississippi River, which had previously been under British control. Soon more settlers began moving west into this territory, where only American Indians had lived before. Some settlers wanted to go even further, across the Mississippi River. Most used horse-drawn wagons to make the trip west. Eventually, this method would give way to railroads and steamboats. Several nations claimed territories that Americans wanted for themselves. In the southeast, Spain controlled Florida. France claimed much of the land west of the Mississippi River. Farther west, first Spain and then Mexico controlled huge territories which included the places we know today as Texas, the Southwest, and California. Great Britain still claimed large areas in the Northwest, including the present-day states of Oregon and Washington. Russia claimed a part of the Northwest too. Americans wanted these lands for many reasons. The U.S. population was growing, partly because people from other countries were moving into the United States. Settlers wanted land on which they could live and farm. Businesses wanted resources like wood and minerals, as well as new places to sell their goods. Leaders wanted the United States to be strong and safe from attacks from other countries. Americans were proud of their new country. Many Americans believed that it was their natural right to spread their religion, government, and ways of life westward across North America to the Pacific Ocean. In 1845, a newspaper writer called this idea the manifest destiny of the United States. Okay, so hopefully you were listening in the reading. You found out that, of course, as we already know, they got this territory by fighting the British in the Revolutionary War, and then they annexed some more of the country up to the Mississippi River. All right. And then you also found out the reason why America wanted more land. There were more people moving to America. People wanted the resources that the land offered, trees and different kinds of things like that. And, who doesn't always want more? You always have a little, but you want more. All right. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the next slide and take a real quick Google quiz on what you just learned. If you were listening carefully, you should have gotten that answer very simply. All right, stay tuned for what happens when we get the Louisiana Territory.